Hey guys, Pax back. I hope you're all having a great week so far. Now in today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about how I'm eating to lose weight, what I'm structuring my meal plans off of, and how I am planning my meals. If you happened to catch my first update video, which I posted last Monday, you would have saw a little preview of what I had been eating over the week, which helped me lose 7.6 pounds. I didn't show you everything though, just because that would make the video way too long and boring to watch. But in this video, I'm going to kind of be going over more thoroughly what I've been doing for meal plans over the last 2 weeks or so. Now, I didn't come up with my meal plan myself. I don't really know anything about nutrition. The only thing I know is that what really works for me is staying away from carbs. So when I set out to find a diet plan, I looked for things that were low in carbs, low in processed foods, because those tend to have a lot of extra additives that just aren't good for you. And I wanted to stick to something more natural. So I was looking for a diet that either incorporated those things or gave me the freedom to incorporate them myself. The food plan that I ended up choosing was created by FAA, or Food Addicts Anonymous. I actually ended up finding this website and meal plan because I had been searching food addiction, as I am pretty sure that I suffered or still do suffer from a food addiction. If you guys like, I could get into that in another video, as many people have actually never heard of food addiction before and maybe don't even know that they have one, but for right now I'm focusing on meal plans. So I did find this plan through this website, FAA, and I really like the flexibility of it, but the structure. I will put an image on the screen right now of the basic outline for their food plan, and this is pretty much what I've been following. For breakfast, they recommend 1 protein, 1 dairy, 1 fruit, and 1 grain or starchy vegetable. Now my goal in this diet has been to stay away from major carby foods, which includes breads, pastas, rice, many of the things that fall under the grain category. Now while there are options that are lower in carb that are in grain calories, I've chosen just to stay away from that entirely and stick with the starchy vegetables side. So what I've been doing for my starchy vegetable, both in the mornings and the evenings when I've been allowed it, is I've been eating corn and potatoes. Those have pretty much been my main two. If I ever get sick of those, the website does recommend other starchy vegetables, but for right now, I'm good with my corn and potatoes. For breakfast, for my protein, I've always had an egg. You can have really any type of protein, but I like eggs in the morning, so that's what I've been doing. For the dairy, I sometimes switch it up. I go between cottage cheese and milk. I do milk when I want to have a scrambled egg, and I pick cottage cheese when I just make a fried egg. I really like fruit, so I'm really glad that they included it on this plan. It's natural, but a lot of diets don't include it because it does have sugar. Natural sugar, as we all know, is a lot better than processed sugar, high fructose corn syrup, and because of this, I'm able to justify it to myself. It's not something that's bad for me, and fruit is filled with a lot of really good antioxidants for you. So the types of things I've been eating for breakfast for fruits have been grapes and applesauce, as well as just regular apples. Now since I've started this diet, lunch has always been the hardest meal of the day. The lunch is really low carb and low calorie, and it really does not feel filling most of the time. After a while, you do start to get used to it, but it's still difficult, especially in the beginning. It calls for 1 protein and 2 vegetables. Now, the website specifies 1 cooked and 1 raw, but I usually just eat all of my vegetables raw, as I'm not a huge fan of cooked vegetables. The meal plan also suggests that you have daily oil at lunch, which includes mayo, salad dressing, margarine, and oil. I usually get my daily oil that it prescribes at supper, because I usually end up putting butter on things. I don't use margarine because I don't agree with the processedness of it. I think butter is fine for you if you use it in really small amounts. And so I always prefer butter over margarine. Plus it tastes better. And what I usually do for lunch is I use leftovers from supper. In my house we have roasts and things made in the crock pot, and there's usually leftovers, and that's what I have for lunch. Otherwise, if there are no leftovers, I usually take some canned chicken or hot dogs. Those are both okay options for your lunchtime protein. For dinner, this is usually my favorite meal of the day. This is, like I said, when I usually have my roasts and my slow-cooked dinners, which I really enjoy. So for proteins, I usually go with beef roast or pork chops. Sometimes I do leftovers if there's extra and nothing was really made for supper that day. But just last night I had burgers on the grill, which was really good. Although when I eat a burger, I eat it without the bun because while it does allow you to have a grain, so I'm sure a whole grain type bun would be okay, I am staying away from those carby bread type foods. For my 2 vegetables, it's pretty much the same. I don't use a cooked vegetable, I use raw vegetables. The last part of the meal plan is the metabolic adjustment, which was something created by the FAA. This part of the meal plan calls for 1 portion of dairy or a smaller portion of protein along with fruit. I haven't really been following the metabolic adjustment portion of the meal plan. First 2 days I dieted, I did follow this metabolic adjustment. I had it 4 hours after I ate supper, but after that I was finding more and more that I didn't really need it. So this is why I really like this meal plan. I feel like I can adjust it to what I need it to do, as well as they give you a lot of suggestions on this web page about different things that you can eat in each category. I will definitely make sure to put the link in the description below if you want to check it out, or any other part of this site if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the food addiction that I did mention earlier. That is pretty much everything I have for you guys today. I went through my meal plan with you and how I've taken the FAAs and adjusted it to what I feel I need. Again, I'm not a nutritionist, so don't take my meal plan and say it's going to automatically work for you, but this is how I eat, and it's really proven to have good results so far. So I hope you guys have learned a little bit from this video, maybe gotten some ideas for your own meal plans. If you did like this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. See you next Monday with my new update video.